play this game quite a bit. I actually do like it. It's not bad. They have been updating it and made probably one of like the best changes they could in the game. I don't know when it was added. They also have an AFK. Whoops. They have an AFK. How do I? Yeah, an AFK zone. Like you go over here. There's also events for holidays. There's a daily login or playtime. The nice thing is you can buy quite a bit of stuff with platinum, which is good, cosmetics and all. Also, the longer you play, like days wise, you get bonuses. One extra loot, so that would mean I'm guessing I get 4 plus 5 and then 6 for like 1 plus to all these. And this actually sounds really nice. 80 days, and you get a pretty much just I guess it's probably like a random chance of how much you'll get extra loot from these every day. Increased luck from drops, which is very nice. Um, and yeah, the AFK zone pretty much for gold, depending on your dungeon level, you'll get a set amount of gold. It increases the higher you are. You get a little bit of platinum for every, like, 30 minutes to an hour or stuff like that. You go in there, it tells you you get stuff every 15 minutes. You get money every 15 minutes and other things. So, as I was saying about the thing that they added was, if I go to my gear, right? If I go to this helmet, right, you see it, all the stats look normal except the top. I saw people play it and that was not there before. Potential is honestly, if you're not paying attention to it, that's really big. It pretty much, say if I had, and also the level is huge. If you have a piece of gear, let me go into the dungeon and show you guys. So, the hardest dungeon I have is Underworld. I ain't doing hardcore. Hardcore is good for an extra piece of gear. So, but you also only get one life unless you're playing with teammates and they stay alive. That way, yeah, you pretty much have, like, unlimited lives unless everyone dies. So do not choose hardcore unless you are ready for the challenge. You may have to restart a lot of times. Also, these guys are a little bit tougher. Like, they do have a lot of life, but because I upgraded my stats, it's best to, like, go back to the previous place, farm it a bit for gold and upgrade. Like, if it depends. Do you want to take, whoops, you want to take a lot of time to get better, like, just getting a chance at the better gear? Well, never mind. Okay, I need to turn that down from my end. It is kind of loud for me. I also have to change my controller. Sorry about that. Before, but whatever. Yeah, as you can see, I pretty much melted them because I have a ton of. It is important. You could probably split your stats a little bit, like have some more HP along with, physical or spell. It just depends. I know they say put all the points into one thing. But I honestly don't really. I also didn't need to do that. Yeah, each dungeon has their own enemies melee, or I guess physical and ranged, which is pretty much magic or physical, right? Yeah, I do about, how much damage? That's I do like more than 500,000. That's pretty good. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't have to worry about dying in, non-hardcore mode, but it's a fun game. You can play with, like, up to literally 40 people, which is honestly crazy. There are raids, but you have to hit level 100 to unlock the rings and stuff. Much harder stuff. Dying, though, it's not recommended to just be dying, because every time that happens, you lose 10 seconds on the clock. And if you have a ton of people dying, you're gonna literally lose way fast. Like, it doesn't matter if your damage equals... Oh, gosh, I forgot about you. So each boss has their own mechanics, like that. You just saw end enemies to... Ow! How the... Okay, yeah, I gotta remember to just keep moving. Just keep moving. So each boss, there's 3 in total. In the lower dungeons, there's a legacy one, which pretty much just, it's a harder version of the dungeon. I think it gives you slightly better gear, yeah, like on the higher up. However, it takes a little bit longer, it feels like, unless you're strong enough. And there's mostly just a bunch of ads, and then there's gonna be like, there will just be a... Oh my gosh, you guys afraid? Ah! Yeah, yeah, they pretty much have way more health and attack. They also, yeah, it takes longer. There's also only one boss, so I feel like Legacy's not really good unless if you want to farm something. There are certain dungeon areas you do have to farm for specific pieces of materials from Greg, and Greg is like a random spawn. I think it would be nice if there was like a thing to spawn, a permanent chance of increasing Greg's spawn. You pretty much need him. I just realized I should start farming him. Oh, what the frick? I forgot about this boss. Bruh, they're like a freaking demon. Some demon horse. Oh, yeah, they're getting absolutely shredded. That's what happens when you get up gear. So if I look at my stuff, right? This, as you could tell, the potential not only increases, I believe it's how much it'll go up per upgrade. That would make the most sense. And how, and the rarity is also on level how much upgrades it gets. This is 903. I almost have it up to 900, which would give me around maybe 2,000, 20k flat damage. Which is honestly a lot. Like, as you can see, just by having this here, I'm destroying the place. Also, when a giant circle is... You're in a giant circle AoE, just run straight. If you don't run straight and you try to do, like, side things, you pretty... Like, or a circle, you run in a circle, you're pretty much just gonna get destroyed. But yeah, and the boss, the final boss usually has like double the health of the other. Double the health of all the other the other 2 bosses. Oh god, that's not the attack I worry about. Yeah, that's the one. That's what. Some of these attacks are very quick, so you have to move it. Oh crap, I forgot. This boss has a little more mechanics, and I love that. You have to destroy their heart, or, you know, in this case, anything else. Oh god, what the heck? Ah! Okay, yeah. You look at the top center, it's gonna say 10 negative seconds. Yeah, death equals, oh gosh, run! Well, 10 less seconds is not a big deal. Now, if it was like a minute or half of a minute, that would be very bad for me. Also, it's a good idea to check the damage of skills, abilities, right? You look at abilities, oh, that's a better piece of gear. Better than mine, dude. It's 78%. It's already 16k flat. Mine was like maybe 12 or 10k. That's actually really big. But yeah, this game has quite a bit to the learning. There is actually like classes and roles. Not so much on picking a class, but more or less on what you invest your skill points into and what gear you're using, right? It impacts it a lot. So Guardian is, this says stam, but it's like just health, 5%. 2% for each physical and magical. You can reset it with wow, dude, I thought this was gonna be way more expensive, but I guess not. If you have a ton of points, just crank that all the way to the max. As you can see, I'm pretty certain Mage is the squishiest class. Like, I have 11k health. There's also a toggle favorite, so you don't delete anything you don't want to. This is better because, like, this is how many upgrades it took to get here. And it's so much weak. It's also 2 levels of rarities weaker. So I go ahead, delete this. I'm gonna sell all my stuff first. Honestly, if you want to sell, I would say just save up a bunch and then sell, upgrade whenever you want. I got 7 million from selling my stuff. That's actually really good. So far, what I could tell, the max upgrades for a weapon seem to be like 100,000. At like a certain level, now if I equip this, yeah, look at that. It's 19k. It was a little bit stronger than the other ability. And as I was saying with abilities, this is Stam. It's also a healing ability, which pretty much this, I know it says Guardian, but it's more like a mage ability because it scales off magic power, not your max stam. So you could still use this on anybody, but it's just going to be way weaker. This, it'll tell you. It'll say mage, spell power, or physical, you know. Also, look at the damage at the bottom middle. That's how much it can range from. The cooldown. So it's also about trying spells and finding out if that's an actual good one for you. I'd say the ones that say off of your max health, those are the ideal ones for a Guardian. For a Guardian, I don't know. I would say if it was me, I'd at least want some physical damage because you're melee. I don't believe there's either going to be magic or there's going to be physical. Magic or physical damage weapons. And after I actually get a piece of gear, I can show you guys it. Or I can show you it now, like, if I look at this, right, it says mage. It'll tell you. It'll say mage, guardian, or warrior. I have 3.71k on spell. Physical at base. You don't want to try upgrading armor like, oh, upgrade it based off of what it is made for, because it will not give you any more benefit. If you, like, say, I put health in this. I'd get more health, but it's significantly weaker in that upgrade because it doesn't do as much. It will not scale off of your health as much unless you're a guardian. Like, if it was, what the frick, if it said guardian armor, oh yeah, no, it would probably absolutely go up very much. If I happen to get 2 pieces of gear that are, what the heck? That are different pieces, like one says mage, one says the other. I'll show you what I mean by the upgrade amount go up. Yeah, these melee guys, if you run straight into them, they will hit you. So, piece of advice, do not run straight into the physical. Ah! I'm glad I'm not on hardcore. I would have to reset. Yeah, I know it says negative 10 seconds, but it literally takes me like 5 to 10 seconds to just respawn. I really don't understand why they made you have to deal with that. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty much like if you're using a weapon and it says scales with this, it's exactly like that. Armor scales exactly like that. Armor weapons. If it does not specifically say mage, well, it actually always will say something like that. It's either going to say mage, warrior, or guardian, and if you don't invest in those stats, spell for magic, physical for warrior, oh god, and guardian for health for guardian. Sometimes the melee guys can be good because you could just pull them over. However, they are a little faster than you in walking. Physical does have it's the second healthiest class. You will have quite a bit more health than the mages do, like max is 11k. I do believe it possibly scales with the rarity of your gear. Honestly, I was kind of getting chipped in some of the dungeons. Like, I played Pirate Island, and guess what? It didn't give me a single piece of armor. I kid you not, all it gave me was a helmet and a weapon. That's all I got, man. I could have breezed through it so much better if the game would just give me something better. So yeah, even if a weapon may not always say, let me see. Yeah, so it might not always say, at least for the weapon, you have to look at the base stats. What's the highest? Because for weapons, it's going to be physical or magic, which obviously that is, at that point, it's like, what do you want to put in? Because they only go off of damage. Obviously, weapons don't have health stats. That would, at least not in this game. But yeah. Oh my goodness. It's gonna hurt me. Why'd I put it there? Ah, dude, I forgot. I have enough range. The dumb thing is the melee guys in range won't chase you until you pull them over. So I have to physically make them walk towards me into my spells, or they don't do anything. There's different range of abilities. Like, there will be line attacks, like a very narrow. There will be the AoEs, a giant, just a few different kinds. Where the heck am I? It's so dark, I can't tell. Uh-oh. That actually hit you, bro? Oh, your hand's right there. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Ah! Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, I'm doing quite a bit more damage. Look at that. He's getting melted. Yeah. And I do like this boss. I hope all the others do the same. They have this mechanic. Before you can beat them, you have to destroy something, I guess. This does, you know. Ah! Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Yeah, so it's worth doing hardcore mode. You get so much. You get an extra item. You can buy the permanent extra item, which costs quite a bit of Robux. But, you know, that's if you want to spend the money. But if you guys did enjoy this video, you want to see more of it, I will do that. Even play with friends, whatever. Let me know. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe if you have it. It's free. You can always change mine later. you guys want to see a guide video on this, I will certainly make one with pretty much everything possible. I might have to wait a bit to get to level 100 for the raid, you know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.